Alrighty, welcome on back. We're gonna do some more Snoop D-O-double-G. Punches drywall, D-O-double-G. I'm just kidding. We're gonna play some more Fortnite as Mr. Dog. Anubis style too. I really like this. I mean, no disrespect to his face, but like, you know, it's an Anubis dog. So, anyways, and for that matter, we could play as Snoop. Let's get away from the music so there's less chance of a copyright strike. We've been doing good. And like I don't have like any voice audio for that first one. So that's why episode 1 is stuffed at the back, at least for now. I gotta go in. Oh man. Tribbles. So anyways, yeah. It's been a good day, been a good time. A lot of interesting things happening, and you know, it's amazing when I read things online and stuff and kind of keep tabs on the goings-on, and I don't do as good of a job as I would like knowing specifics, because, you know, and even for somebody that has recently been, hold on, let me start over. It's amazing what people are doing, what things are happening just all over. It's almost like, you know, if you had a magic wand for a day, what would you aim it at and fix things, and it's pretty much getting done. Like, I think a lot of that's due to communication, like not just translation between different languages, but also like the timing of it, communicating with respect and clarity, and even just communicating with respect. Like that, I cannot stress the importance of that. And I work in IT, and I deal with so many different random things. And at the drop of a hat, you know, like, or turning on a dime. I don't usually like saying things with dimes, because that usually means like you're dropping a dime or ratting on somebody, or you dimed on them, and like, I don't know. Again, another one of those things, like as we fix our laws, like if we make adjustments, like end prohibition of a certain cannabis, so much of that's going to change. Like, and I grew up listening to Cypress Hill, Snoop Dogg, Redman, Method Man, all of the Wu-Tang Clan, not like all of the Dog Pound. I kind of gravitated away, not on purpose. It was just like, you can only afford so much, you know, at a time. And we had to like pick and choose as it was. And usually only one of us in our group would get the CD, and then we would share it with everybody. And I apologize now. That's why part of why I bought this Snoop Dogg thing. And I feel bad for Eminem. I'm like, now I need to go back and buy his thing, because, you know, he was another influence. But I'll figure it out. And people are doing that too, because nobody's like out there like, meh, I'm going to screw this person over. I don't want them to have money. It's like, no, quite the opposite. Like, if we were able to give them a bunch and it didn't, like, make a difference to us, then, yeah, for sure, you're right. Everybody would. That's human nature. All right, now we got to be careful. Where'd they go? I mean, and the longer they have, the more of a chance they're going to be armed and ready. They're going to come equipped. I think I just saw footprints. I mean, I'm making plenty of noise. We'll see. It's really impressive. I haven't seen anyone yet. So, anyways. But no, between like things like Mr. Beast and, you know, Beast Philanthropy, I mean, most recent videos I've been watching, they built a bridge in one place. They were drilling wells like all over these places. And not that like Africa is so backwards or third world or anything. Like, a lot of it is pretty modernized. Like, if you think about like movies like Chappie, you know, in Johannesburg and places like that, or even more recently, Bullet Train. Well, let's keep looking. This will be my current. But there's still just like a matter of like fixing the problems. I mean, and even here too, like, you know, it's very naive to think that we don't have the same problems here too. Like, I mean, and that's why a lot of like projects are fun. Let's just go ahead and do it. Get that 50. Because eventually I want to move to the big pots and have like 2 or 3 of them if I can. It takes forever to do this, although it is nice. It gets all of it. And so, Yeah. And then the time taken to think about all that. I could have been doing things. Alright, let's go ahead and... Have we looted everything here? I think that's where I started, yeah. Well, about everything, but let's go ahead and... It's wood. Yeah, getting too saucy with it. It's snazzy. So... I don't know, and part of communicating with respect is like, it doesn't matter. Sorry, I lost that thread way a while back, but it doesn't matter because you can fix any problem or at least like figure out an alternative solution or, you know, or let someone down gently while like they need, or as they understand like a certain solution just isn't going to work or like any number of things. And like, and it all starts in like just how you approach it. And it's not really easy to do over text message and, no. And also understanding the reason why people do what they do, like why there's crime in general. Like if you're trying to prevent it, you know, and from the, like a lot of what I do, and I know I ramble a lot, but like, you know, a lot of this musing and stuff is in the name of, you know, cybersecurity. How do we keep each other and ourselves safe on a more ever-connected world? Well, the easiest way, or not the easiest way, but the best, most sustainable and long-term solution is to prevent the crime from happening in the first place. Like eliminating the reasons why somebody would choose to do something. Like somebody wakes up and says, I'm going to try to steal somebody or steal from somebody on the other side of the world. Most of the time, elderly people, like if you had to like talk to them face to face and explain why you stole from them, it would be devastating. But that's the benefits of having an ever-connected world is there aren't really any repercussions right now, or potentially, you know, and at least in the heat of the moment, like, or when people are like, especially if they're with their friends or they're trying to show off or anything, like, and everybody goes through it. It's human nature. I mean, we like to show off and get that reassurance, like the affirmation that, yeah, man, you're doing good. You're doing a good thing here. Or, wow, I'm impressed. Or the ladies will be like, oh my gosh, you're so cool. And, you know, and we allow this to happen. Sorry, that was kind of... And it's, we're fixing it though. Again, we're fixing it. If you were waving that wand and just like, part of it could be understanding what people really mean by all these things and like more legitimate ways to get your needs met, like consensual and like understood and mutually agreed upon, and ultimately less alcohol. And I hate to say it because I've had so much fun with alcohol, but all of the sketchy things I've done, I want to say like literally every last one, I'll bet you alcohol was involved. I mean, and yeah, it might overlap. Sometimes there might be bud in my system, but almost every time I did something stupid that I regret and I would wish I could take back, alcohol. Seriously, it's ridiculous. And like, I don't know. And again, we're realizing that. Now, ultimately, like complete sobriety or, you know, that's the goal. Like to make heaven on earth and life is as pleasant as all of the good parts about holy books and all that, but you know, and even being able to say stuff like that and not cringe. Like, it took me a long time. I still try to avoid that language. That, oh, I got a car. Let's see. Okay, so I think they were like... What? How? Like, they're nice, but they're also... What? Where? Why? What in the world? I mean, we're just gonna run up on them, but... maybe not. Where you at? I've made noise. Yeah, you're in there. Oh, you're just gonna derp out and die, huh? Oh! Too fancy. Yeah, he's derping out. Oh. Oh, what? There's some things in there. Oh no! And the thing's coming. Alright, and... Oh, it's a thing. It needs the key card. Do you have the key card? No. Key card. Where would we even get a key card? Usually there's like a NPC or something. I mean, did that guy shoot him and then... Maybe that happened. They killed him and then just left the key card where it lay. Squirrel. Huh. Interesting. So anyways, communication, like from the days of the 90s hip-hop and rap, things like Snoop Dogg and the music that, you know, my generation grew up with. Like, what was it, that one guy that said, you know, that's what happens when Wu-Tang raised you. And it does, like, I mean, it's profound. Oh, wait, we could get some of that. And here we go. Oh, no. Ah. Showing off. There we go. So, but anyways, yeah, I think the biggest thing is just legalizing weed. It's ridiculously simple, and it's amazing, like, the effects it's going to have. And just, like, in crime in particular, like, people come in from prison. Now the reality is you can go to a legal dispensary, get an ounce of bud for less than $100. Like, that's it. I mean, that's the deal. And you come out of prison, like, a lot of times, what the first thing that people will do is they have that fear of missing out. Like, all the time that they spent locked away, the very first thing they're going to do is try to go party and often drink. And that's the first mistake, is trying to drink to celebrate getting out, being done, or finally regaining some of the respect that you lost from all that time being, like, shelved away. And it's just human nature. It doesn't, you know, it's no different if I did it, you did it, or, like, you know, if anybody, you make a mistake, yeah, sure. And then you learn your lesson within the first, like, week, you know, or two, or whatever. Like, I mean, same with our kids. Like, we don't put them in timeout for a week when they get in trouble. So, you know, like, why does it make sense to do it to an adult? Like, you could have some serious repercussions, like a fraction of what they are. But then you also got to do the reinforcement. And we're fixing that too. Like, law enforcement and corrections are moving towards resource officers, mental health advocates, like peacekeepers on top of the peacekeepers, because technically police are supposed to be the keepers of the peace, but they'll forcefully keep it, and no fault to them either, you know, a lot of those situations, because would you do anything different? Like, no. That's why cop dramas are so popular. It's like, you know, because it's profound. Like, imagine having somebody's life in your hands. Oh, wasn't mine. Oh, you have a crown? Oh. Ah, almost. Oh, I'm gonna kill him. Oh, shoot. No! Oh. And Darkar Guts just didn't, he had enough. He was tired of hearing it. Oh, sorry, that's my water. But anyways, yeah, that's the reality of today, and it's really refreshing. And it's not just Beast Philanthropy. There's so many, like, organizations and people out there doing things. I don't know. I'm a little concerned because I saw a video, and that was what I was going to do. I was going to try to chuck a grenade into the window, like really just like, you know what? There you go. But glad to see that's happening. Oh, come on. Thread the needle. Yeah. So anyways, and a lot of that is communication. Now, given whether or not you're a Trump fan or not, I mean, you're either really happy or really depressed or kind of neutral. I don't know. Like, lifelong Democrat. I always want to think that I'm on the right side, you know, the air quotes, like the correct side, the moral side, the ethical side. And they do stand for a lot of good things. Like a lot of the programs that they champion for are, you know, at least with good intentions, but also like, you know, trying to address problems and actually acknowledge problems and stuff like that. Like things that are pretty much swept under the rug or ignored by the Republican side. You know, I'm talking like racial disparities, and like, and granted, yeah, they're not to the same degree they used to be, and that's ever changing, constantly changing. But at the same time, it cannot be ignored that there was this great offset of wealth from having, well, slaves, and then like shortly after, like the long, well, I'm really screwing this up. The projects, basically, and like the idea of like introducing crack cocaine into those neighborhoods. And I should try not to say drug names because I think YouTube scans for them. But anyways, this is PG-13 plus, and you know, by the age of 13, you should at least be aware of it so you can know what to look out for, and just be aware of your own behavior too, and your own, you know, the way the brain works. It's natural. Everybody, like, given a situation or a circumstance and a perception, anybody is likely to make the same choices. And all we are is our entire lives are a culmination of choices and reactions based on our environment. And it's like, it's insane. Like, it's the entire collection. And I've thought about this. Like, if you were trying to make an artificial intelligence, like, how you'd actually have to build a human brain. I mean, yeah, there's, like, to control everything and to react to nerve impulses and that, and, like, the sensors that we get, or the sensory input, you know, to guide us. Oh, now. Oh, we're gonna fight. Oh man, they're just derping out on the wall. It was totally a bot, but like, you know, because any normal person would just be like running away doing something, but they were fixated on attacking that wall to get in at that. So we got that. I guess we'll grab that for now. Alright. So, I don't even know what we were talking about. But yeah, understanding. I mean, and not just that, being efficient. Sorry, back to the politics. Because at the same time, people that are willing to go to war for profit, that's the other thing to look out for. And that's one of the things that, like, with the border bill specifically, like, they had the funding for Ukraine in the border bill, had nothing to do with the American border. It had, and it just seems like that's such a low blow, stupid or lowbrow. Like, really, you're going to try to pass that off? Just make it separate. And I don't know. And then it's like that meme where they, you know, they're riding the bike and they stick the stick in the wheel and they say, oh, you know, stupid, whatever, you know, fill in the blank, do the ad lib. But like, they could have made them two separate bills, and like, and then we wouldn't have had the border crisis, quote unquote, as a thing. They would have had the resources to address the, you know, the issues, process people legitimately, get them out. And at the end of the day, from what I was reading, a lot of time, oh shoot. Oh, no, that's done. What? Oh, I messed up my... Oh, wait, where? Oh, man. That was lucky. Okay. Well, I mean, I guess I'll take it. Like, I'll go heal up somehow. Alright. We're in the circle. So, but anyways, like, and the war in general, and already, as much as I hate to admit it, because, you know, because I was, you know, so, within like what 2 days of the announcement, like Hamas, all these things are coming out, and it so seems staged. Like it seems like such the perfect screenplay, like so Hollywood, that they would have this and like I don't know. It's like the simulation's coming to an end and like they're trying to just make it painfully obvious that it's all controlled, you know. But you can't live like that. You still have to live as if it weren't. I mean, because otherwise, what's the point? But I'm just kidding. There's always a point. Don't be like that. But yeah, I lost my train of thought there. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Like greed, capitalism without caps, all that good stuff. I mean, like there's got to be a point. But if it can be done to where we can preserve a lot of that, then all right, power to you. Like, I mean, if you can make it work, and that includes like addressing climate change and like fixing pollution and all the things that we shouldn't have to negotiate about. But at the same time, though, and I have my doubts, is like, what if there is some corruption about, okay, which project got picked, regardless of the best possible way? And that was kind of like caught my attention when I saw Bill Gates funding a nuclear power plant. I was like, well, wait a minute, if that was a good way to go, because I generally trust, Bill's opinions because he's a computer nerd like me, and he does problem solving and like in a very technical robotic way, straightforward, like, or very Boolean. Either it is or it isn't, true or false. And I mean, there's not a lot of wiggle room. In fact, even randomized numbers, making a random number is still based on a predictable algorithm to make it random. It's just seemingly random. I mean, and really, if you get really down to it and you can completely replicate the exact physics, like airspeed or like air interference and any frictions or anything else, then you could technically, in theory, recreate any like occurrence. Like if you're bouncing a ball a certain way, it'll go in that trajectory based on how much effort you put behind it. And even that, like your regular from day to day could be different. Like, did you have a good breakfast? Do you have food? Like, I mean, is your body thinking of other things? Are you distracted? Like, I mean, and any of those factors can make you toss a ball slightly differently. Now, wait a minute. Let's see, there was a car up there. Kind of need some heals. So I don't know. I think as soon as we address like the main expenses of life, and it's like dismantling a house of cards, or no, the Indiana Jones replacing the golden idol statue, basically grave robbing with a bag of sand. But like that idea of like you can't just take something away without replacing it with something, and you got to do better than a bag of sand, like, So it's more. And getting past all that, like all of the accidental evils, like people thinking that it wasn't all that big of a deal. Oh, I'm full up on it. Never mind. Yeah, getting past all that and apologizing and showing respect. Let's see, where are you? Ah. Come on. I was doing so good. I felt so good about that one, but no. Anyways, still didn't hit me. Sloppy. Yeah, food, housing, education. Education's easy because in a post-COVID world, like... Oh, almost. Oh, dang. That was pretty cool. That was good. All right, touche. Whew. Meta. All right, with that, we shall call it. Or no, it's 24. All right, we'll do another quick one. Come on. Oh. Closer to 30. Yeah, that's the gold number. I don't know. It's all going to come to a head. Like, we're all going to be communicating so much and realizing that, hey, there's so much easier ways to do things and helping each other too. It's human nature to want to like start teaching other people. Like, that's another kind of tech meme that as soon as someone gets a computer science degree, hello and welcome to my YouTube. Like they're so excited to go and tell it to the world, like this is how you do it, especially with computer programming, because it is so, and I'm just as guilty. I have this channel where I talk about it, and still probably one of my favorite videos that I did, not trying to be too vain, but you know, my very first video ever, Borderlands 3. I just started talking about tech and like I did a whole playlist on playing Borderlands, like, you know, just explaining algorithms, computer logic, you know, sequencing, all that stuff. Anyways, they're just problem solving, different creative ways to solve problems. Like there's a problem, here's how you solve it, and here's your resources. That's the biggest thing. So I was starting to talk about how slavery was still like a very real factor into why there was some inequality. And it's still pretty racist to say like that's affecting people directly today without understanding like, no, it was just a series of unfortunate events. All right, Lemony Snicket, that led to that. So, and we're past that. Like, there's not much of that existing today in most places. It's still like, you know, DIBS, diversity, inclusion, equity, like making sure that you're allowing all people to be represented and to be included to where you can get like an eclectic mix. Now, and that's been abused, not really intentionally a lot of times. I'm sure it's still with good intention every time. But like, there's been times where it's like, it didn't really work all that well. Like, you know, in order to meet a quota, I don't know. And doing it with that attitude, I guess. Because really, any person with a human brain is equally able to be taught a job. So like, and sorry, and that sounded really racist, like what I just said. Like, you know, it didn't work out. Well, that's like the short version of it. It didn't work out because certain things, like there wasn't enough attention to detail about, all right, well, we're going to try this. Oh man, this is nuts. Oh. All right. I mean, we're good. We can fight with this. We can keep on going and... Anyways. But there might not have been enough resources spent in allowing for that adjustment. The hidden costs, the unseen costs. Like, and, you know, part of, like, what it has been said, sorry, and I don't know if this is completely true, but, like, when they were first starting to try to intermix the schools, they had to bus them in from farther away because like the way that the neighborhoods were set up, kind of intentionally, not really intentionally, but like nobody really did anything to fix it. Wait. Or maybe the problem was greater than anybody could solve at that time with their given resources. Like, you know, it might be a better way to think about it. It's not that anybody was like, yeah, I want this to stay like that. And even if they, you know, like there were some, yeah, or some people that were extra smug about it maybe, but like even then, okay, this is, all right, you get it? Good. There we go. So, I don't know, like most of it's unintentional. Now there is a little bit, or maybe someone like, even in the moment might have sounded like, yeah, I'm glad that happened, but like really deep down, like the accountability felt by understanding what other people are going through with all this stuff. Like that's all we do anymore is sympathize with other situations. We watch like entire TV series about how what life's like on the other side. And then, you know, a look deep inside something, or I don't know. Ice road truckers, what do they do in that one? They drove trucks on ice. Oh. Okay. Who did I just kill and why? I'm just kidding. If this were a real war situation, I would definitely know. Well, and then again, like money. Like to keep a war machine going, I mean, we hate to think about it, but as an American, like that is on a lot of our minds. Like, like, did we really need a 20-year war in Iraq? I mean, yeah, like 3,000 people died, and like over 500,000 civilians died. Like, that's insane. So, anyways, we're just gonna walk around with this guy. We can even throw him off something, but he's gonna probably die before that. Yeah, he survived. Like a cat landing on his feet. Got 9 lives. Well, what? What did I just do? I pushed square, so that was the first thing. But I just mugged him and used this thing. Alright, we're gonna try this again. 100 meters travel carrying a do-not... Ah, okay. Yeah. Watch your language, you know. Anyways, I'm just kidding. So yeah, I don't know. It's like that... It's like Boondock saying, so that racist joke. I mean, I guess I'll have a Coke. Without the racism part, but like, problems are being solved and it's gonna get fixed. So there's that. Now, we still need to be vigilant on, well, being accountable for our own actions, understanding when we do something or something messed up, and the best way to do that is stay fed, stay rested, and take care of yourself. Like, easier said than done, but part of that is look at the big picture and decide if things you're stressing out about are really worth the stress. And like, you know, you still need to address it. You still need to look at it and fix the problem, or assess whether there is a problem. Because I mean, so often we think there's a problem. Like, we might accidentally give someone a bad look, and then they give us a bad look. They're like, well, why are they mad? And the next thing you know, I mean, it's just like a very quick downward spiral without proper communication, or communication with respect. Like, just making a conscious effort to show that, you know, respectfully, here's the thing, you know, and sincerely mean it in everything you do. Doesn't matter, like, you know, and I think that's easier for small town folks because you don't got anywhere to go. Like, I mean, you're not going to get far. People are going to remember what you did, and then it's like, oh, and that just means that you're more aware of your actions. It's more of a mirrored effect back at you quicker. You have quicker feedback of, hey, that was a prick move, why'd you do that? Without people actually saying it, they might just be like, you know, or I don't know, it's living within such close proximity of other people, and then people talk because there's nothing going on. There's no great movies coming out. Like, there were no theaters, there were no malls, you had to drive 2 hours to go to any of that. So like, chances of you doing that, very slim. So you could be bored wandering around town, try not to get in trouble. And then you got like 50 cops walking or like going around watching you. Or maybe it just seems that way because it takes, you know, 5, not even that, like 2.5 minutes to drive to the other side of town and back. Like, you know, you've seen all of it, all of the small town. So. And then that, you know, just thinking about that song, Try That in a Small Town. It's really just like human nature. Like, you shouldn't be messing with people anyway. Like, you know, disrespecting and all that. I don't know. It sounds so mafioso, like, always talk with respect, show respect, all that. No, it's seriously, just be respectful, be nice, you know, be kind. That's it. That's most religion teaches you too, is be nice to each other. You don't know their struggles, or, you know, and all those different ways of saying it. Like, just keep an open mind, show patience. All the other fortune cookie way of saying, and basically what the Bible says too. Be kind. Don't be a prick. Oh no, I used up some wood. Oh yeah, wait, we're trying to make this quick. Alright, let's go. Do we have a vehicle? Here's something. Oh yeah, there's a car. There's a different one. Laggy. Alright. I have to shoot people with a drum gun. I don't know if that's still a mission or not. Alright. Not a mission, but fun to do. Woohoo! no way, there's an upgrade place there. Aww. I feel like this isn't like accurate to where it is. Like, it should be right here. Alright, let's go find somebody. Let's get into a fight. Yeah. Or just always talk to somebody as if you're gonna see them again. That's a better way to think of it. Like implicit accountability. Like you're slower to act messed up to somebody. Like if you're gonna see them, drum gun. Yeah, that's a good place to stop. Big Papi. All right, ta-ta. See everybody in the next one.